Hello, I was thinking about this today. This will be a fairly short video. This was what was going through my mind. I was trying to work out what the word homoSAPIEN means. So I kind of looked it up, and being a sapien, Jesus, I'm really dizzy. Being a sapien essentially means that we're self-aware, that we have rationality, so the knowledge to do right from wrong, moral consciousness, and this drive to self-improve. It's kind of what sets us apart from every other animal. To coin it into a phrase, it's to know that we know, and to live rightly because of it. So essentially, all of the things that stem from that ability to know that we know, and to live rightly because of it, like art and ethics and science and civilization alone, are all things that make us inherently human beings, and no other creature does this on the planet. And that's what being a sapien is. A sentient being, my dogs are sentient, aside from being stupid, they can feel and they can react and they can survive. And I was kind of looking through some data to sort of see really how many people do what we are doing, what I'm doing, and probably why you're watching the video. How many of us are actually kind of consciously trying to improve ourselves, that are aware that we have like downfalls and things that we can work on to be a better human being? And I was thinking to myself, that, for me at least, lies at the very core of the essence of being a human being, right? To be better at it. That's our purpose. Our purpose is to be a human, and therefore our job really is to become a better human. So if we're a sapien, all of those things that make us a homo sapien, that self-awareness, to know that we know, and to live rightly because of it, are the things we should be getting better at. We should learn more and become wise and be courageous, and all the other stoic virtues that go into that. So I was really thinking about this because I'm always surprised who watches these videos, and there are comments that come in periodically and randomly from some people, and I go, wow, do you know what? I know you, but I didn't know that either you were interested in this stuff or that you think as deeply as you do about these things. And I thought to myself, right, okay, perhaps these videos, these things that I think are kind of pretty commonplace, and that everybody does this, and maybe this isn't as unusual a journey as I thought it was. Maybe I just came to it late. So I asked ChatGPT to do a bit of metadata research, actually, and it does break it down. I'd see if I can put a link to the conversation below. I'm not sure if I'm able to do it. I don't know ChatGPT well enough, but basically it incorporated Maslow and Koberg. I'm reading this, you can tell. Keegan, social data into some meta-analysis. It arrived at these figures, which I think is pretty nuts. So the sort of thing that I'm talking about in these videos at the minute, about kind of improving where my head's at and understanding of the world, the metadata suggests that only about 5 to 10% of the world's human population, human sapiens, homo sapiens, are being sapiens. Only 5 to 10% on a daily basis. Another 20 to 30% of the population of homo sapiens intermittently do this. So that leaves a massive 60 to 70% of the world's population who aren't actually being homo sapiens. They're being homosentients. They're kind of living in a reactive kind of survival way. Yes, they can feel, but so can my dogs. And there's obviously a million reasons for this. Education's one of them. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a good example of this. How are you supposed to have the entitlement, like, you know, the privilege to be able to think like this if you're just day-to-day surviving? And don't get me wrong, I know that I'm in a very privileged position to be able to work on this stuff, because some people are just constantly on a daily basis trying to react and survive to their surroundings. So this is an honor and a privilege to be able to do this. But it does kind of, that's what stopped me in my tracks today. I was kind of like, wow, like our purpose, like, you know, my elbow's job is to do this. It makes it a rubbish swimming pool because its purpose is not to be a swimming pool. It's a fantastic elbow because of its purpose. So it was getting me to sort of think about that if I am a sapien, if those things are uniquely what make me a human being, then A, I'm very lucky to be able to do that. But I'm sure there's also a massive percentage of the population that does have the ability to be a sapien, but they're just not. And I kind of was interested to know your thoughts really as to why that might be. I'm not talking about the people that don't have the access to this, either the education or the ability, the time, or the sort of mental capacity to be able to do it, right? I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that do have access to those things. They do have the time and the space, but they just don't do it. Anyway, that's my thought today. And I'd really interested in your comments below. I've got time to make some longer videos over the next couple of days, but that's where my head's at today. Good to see you. Goodbye.